All right, shout out to the 614 gang. So glad you are along right now and about to partake in this. Real quick, I'm like you. I like the person to get right to the reaction, and this is the screwed up thing where we're reacting to the reactors. But first, I want to apologize for yesterday's reaction with Brad and Lex to Dear Slim. I got done with that thing, was all happy about it, and posted it. And I went back, and I did not. My system, for some reason, I didn't push the right button, and it didn't pick up on their audio. So I apologize for that. Brad and Lex, definitely in my top 5. So we're going to do another reaction to them reacting to another great song by I almost said M. I got M on the brain by T Mac. So again, apologize to you guys. I left the video up because I had a couple people give me some feedback on some real personal shit that I kind of freaked out about halfway through towards the end. And all the heartfelt comments that people gave me for what I described, and, just kind of like where I'm at. Speaking of where I'm at, vlogging with Greg, shout out to him. Also, Flawzilla, RBNS Studios. Dude, like my idols, gave me shout outs, commented on my thread, subbed to me. This whole thing's blowing me away. What else did I get to? And all of your suggestions. I'm like so backlog. I am going to try to get it ramped up so I can get like 5, 6 of these out every day. To be honest with you, I got bipolar 2, and sometimes it's like Tom. I just want everything to be perfect, so I'll like work on the audio, work on this, and work on that, and I end up not putting any content out. So like Tom has talked about before, it's just one of those struggles that you try to do, and you just got to push ahead and believe in yourself. So with all that, Bar Mitzvah. Bar is one of the guys that he, to me, is as important as Flaw is, but for slightly different reasons. I like to go to Bar like after I've watched 4, 5, 6, 7 of my favorite reactors do a song. So let's get into Bar and his take on it. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go, Flaw?
From M and all of that, let's go. Dinah here, all right?
Dear Slim, I thought you might have heard of me maybe, cause lately everywhere I turn someone's comparing us crazy. I never would have thought when I was bumping Biggie and Pac that I would buy bleach in a box and become the product of shade. But I'm here now. Hi, my name is Tom MacDonald. People call me controversial. I'm the one that counterculture follows. Every song I drop's a problem. I offend and awful.
Watch his face, his smile. It's really fun to watch his face.
With topics commenting on race and politics, I'm pretty awesome. Dear Slim.
I'm pretty awesome. Okay, so Dear Slim, so right, he's the Stan vibes. I know some people talking some stuff and saying, you know what I mean, something he did to M, you know what I mean? It was really hard to try and stay away from the net, but I swear, because everything was just trying to, everything.
Tell me about it. I wanted to wait for some reactors to get up before I watched the. I'm weird. Are you like me? You like just watching the reactors?
Our algorithm was just crazy. It's just sending stuff, so I was just trying to avoid as much as I can. But what I know is that it was towards Slim, so that's what I'm seeing here. He's doing that Stan vibes already. Let me just put it back. I just saw something as well. Let's go. Let's go.
Dear Slim.
Strong. Dun, dun, dun.
The man's in the water, blood. That's the river, isn't it? Where he jumped into the. Hey.
You might have heard of me maybe, cause lately everywhere I turn someone's comparing us crazy. I never would have thought when I was bumping Biggie and Pac that I would buy bleach in a box and become the product of shade. But I'm here now. Hi, my name is Tom MacDonald. People call me controversial. I'm the one that counterculture follows.
I'm the one that cancel culture follows. Good point. You know, the controversy is all the dramas. It gives them the headache, but also gives them the popularity, because it's a double-edged sword in a sense. I like the car. As the car went over the bridge, obviously, seen the moss and everything, the effects. Shout out Nova, blood. Nova doing it.
Oh, by the way, shout out to folks that answered in my comments on one of my other reactions to a reactor reacting to Slim. They really did fill the car with water. I've been looking at it, and I made some comments that it's like, how are they doing that? What mechanism's in there? And they're like, it's the easy answer. They filled the car with. That's fuck. I fuck with that.
Thing with this scene, it's killing it. That's good.
When I was bumping Biggie and Pac that I would buy bleach in a box and become the product of shade. But I'm here now. Hi, my name is Tom MacDonald. People call me controversial. I'm the one that
Hi, I'm Tom MacDonald. How many videos? How many? I know there's some of us that have actually counted how many times he's. I like the one song, Gang. It's like, we don't do no drive-bys. We just go, hi, guys.
Culture follows. Every song I drop's a problem. I offend an awful lot with topics commenting on race and politics. I'm pretty awesome. Dear Slim, I know we're very different politically. Seems like some of your biggest fans are the victims I'm triggering. They're convinced I don't like you, which ain't consistent with history. I was picked on as a kid, and they don't know what Slim did for me. But I'm here.
That's crazy. So you see, basically, the people who, in his opinion, that's mainly criticizing him are the stans, Eminem fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, but it's also contradictory to history that he hates him, obviously, because he said it a few times. Slim's, you know what I mean? M's the guy, reason why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
You get me? But interesting. I love the visuals on this.
Yeah,
you're
I know we're very different politically. Seems like some of your biggest fans are the victims I'm triggering. They're convinced I don't like you, which ain't consistent with history. I was picked on as a kid and they don't know what Slim did for me. But I'm here now, and I like the system just like you. Was addicted to pills and liquor and quit them just like you. People claim that you hate me, but Marshall, that can't be right, dude. You'd have to hate yourself as well as Marshall. I'm you.
All right. I may have mentioned this in another reaction to a reactor, but at the end of every one of those bars, you have to listen with headphones or have a decent stereo and crank it up, because at the end of every one of those cadences, he puts in effects of like some overdubs and some tremolo and some reverb, so it like emphasizes the end of the bar. That's my favorite. I love it. I'm going to steal that. Bar, I'm going to steal that from you. Like when you snap your fingers and you got the hotkey to fire. Oh, that's doing the fire. Fire.
Oh, I'm just like you. I don't give a what, saying what I want with my fingers up. Everybody triggered and they think I suck. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah.
He's puzzled.
Nah. It's crazy, man. I like the line where he said, you change the word with a pen. Facts, blood, because M is the guy I told
facts,
you about.
Facts. That's our drinking game, 614s. You got it. Whenever anybody, a reactor or Tom says facts, don't just throw it on back.
Opinion, the goat with the pen, blood. You get me? The goat with the pen, M, blood. What I like what he did here is something he said here. It was really subtle, though. It was really, really subtle. Check this.
Change the world with a pen. Well, now I'm just like you. I don't give a what, saying what I want with my fingers up. Everybody triggered and they think I suck. But I don't give a what, nah. I don't give a what, nah.
It's funny he says everybody, because, I mean, it's subtle, yeah? He says, everybody say I suck. And what I realized with this verse, I don't know if it's a whole tune like that, this verse is directly to M. This has nothing to do with, even like his team, the Hog, the Hangover guy.
That's one of the things in this song. It's like he addresses at different times in the song 3 like different artists. Well, not artists, but different groups of people, like the Stans, and then Eminem, and what would be himself? Yeah.
Shut all of you out as well, you get me? Or even persons like me just looking in, anybody looking. This seems really personal, is what I'm saying. That verse had nothing to do with anyone else. That's between him and he could have.
Like the more I've probably heard this song over 50 times now and heard of so many different reactors. But yeah, if I'm Marshall and I'm hearing this, I reach out. Maybe do a response video, and then him and Tom come together at the end. It's Kumbaya.
Literally just sent that tune to M only, the way that verse come off anyway. You know what I mean? Let's see what the rest of it's saying. But it's really subtle how he did that. But listen.
Dear Slim, I thought that maybe because you paved the way for me, you might relate to weight that Caucasian rappers are carrying. They're constantly comparing us to you, it's embarrassing. Never gaining their approval, it's just hate we're inheriting. But I'm here now.
Yep. All right, another thing he does that's cool, if you hear it really, really low in the background, he's just got a little bed going. That's right there. That's fire right there. This and bar. Like Flaws like really brought it up in the edits after they do the reaction, like all the little zooms and fades and stuff. That's a lot of work. And fire.
One thing with Tom, you can't escape reality, blood. If you want to escape reality, it's not that blood. He will show you how to deal with things, but he's not going to bullshit. He's not going to sugarcoat blood. White rappers facing prejudice, basically, because everyone compares them to M, and that's facts. People are going to say, no, but...
Drank. Facts.
Facts, because M...
Drank again.
I said that bar in such a place, blood, in the stratosphere, then. In the stratosphere, then. Now, when man come correct, blood. If you come half-stepping, you're just going to be like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to be a M, you know what I mean?
You know what's interesting is... that line in that song, like when I hear it, it's like, yeah, well, that's a fact. I have seen so many reactors like pause and really talk about that line, and then the poultry and flipping the bird. But it's very interesting from a sociological point of view and society and culture point of view, is that that relates to these, especially black reactors, so much. Like they sit there and they'll go on for a while.
I like that. It's honesty. I always admired that.
You pave the way for me. You might relate to weight that Caucasian rappers are carrying. They're constantly comparing us to you. It's embarrassing. Never gaining their approval. It's just hate we're inheriting. But I'm here now. Go ahead and hate it. Don't hurt. Call me culture vulture. Garbage. Those are ignorant words. I kill a vulture. Cook the poultry in a pan till it's burnt. See, Marshall, I'm just like you. I'm flipping the bird. Dear Slim, I just want to give you your flowers.
What? Oh, wow. He didn't have... I was expecting... Okay. All right. Oh, now he goes. All right, gotcha. I was waiting for you.
Culture vulture.
Yes.
Funny enough, the last video we did, I think it was the last video, we discussed that. Well, you know my point of view, this culture vulture talk and all that, blood. But anyway, culture vulture and all of that, right? So, Slim, I'm just like you. I'm flipping the bird, right, blood? So...
Pac and M. Flipping the bird. That's them. Now T-Max got it.
No, M is famous with middle fingers, blood. You get me? Hitting you up right. You always flipping the bird. But culture vulture, yeah? He cooking them up, flipping the bird, blood. You know, like rotisserie? Flipping the bird, so he's cooking the vulture bird. Neat.
Yeah.
Neat. Skills. I like how he shows his skills as well. This verse is also directed to M as well. It seems Weston is a whole tune then, more or less, which is really interesting.
Now that's interesting because he picked up on both the being compared to M thing and the culture vulture word. I've said before, I think in almost every reaction, that culture vulture line, you can like dive deep into it. Really, you really can. It's got like at least 3 or 4 layers in there.
The vulture cooked the poultry in a pan till it's burnt. See, Marshall, I'm just like you. I'm flipping the bird. Dear Slim, I just want to give you your flowers. I spent hours memorizing all of your songs in 2000. You were the reason I screamed it. All of my teachers, a teen, I needed your CD on repeat and shady space on my t-shirt. But I'm here now. They call me controversial just like you. We're both white, both rap, both of our eyes blue. Screw any guy who tries to say you changed from...
Yo, this is a whole shout to, I mean, obviously it's a whole shout to M, but a lot of the cadences, a lot of the words he uses, the phrases, shout just like you, even the na before. But just like you. He's just like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's so crazy. And he spent all this crazy money on...
I think Bar said crazy like 3 or 4 times. So let's start. That's another drink word. Facts and crazy.
This thing too as well, blood. That's mad. You know what I mean? Just to give a shout out to M, only to M, blood. And I think it's just crazy because on Twitter, I saw a lot of
drink.
Person said, well, oh no, he's going to use it to diss M and all of that. And I laughed. I didn't know what he was going to do, but I just like, yo.
If you see it in the interviews with Tom, he was like, I didn't say any of that. That just got out there. That's what they want to think. Sure, it's free PR. He knows how to just stroke them.
They're so, I don't know, man, disconnected, man. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, let's go.
I needed your CD on repeat and shady space on my t-shirt. But I'm here now. They call me controversial just like you. We're both white, both rap.
CD on repeat. I've missed that bar. Awesome.
Both of our eyes blue. Screw any guy who tries to say you changed and don't like you. But in my mind, it's still 99. And I'm you.
I'll fire you up. Yeah.
Well, now I'm just like you.
Oh, there's a question for you in the comments. How many times has T-Mac used that with the pen? I've seen that in some other videos. If you want to put a reference in a timestamp, let me know.
Everybody triggered and they think I suck, but I don't give a what. Whether you love me or hate me, you think I'm crazy. Of the $100,000 to get a beat from Shay.
There's that effect I told you at the end of those bars. Nah, and then you get the reverb and the overdubs.
I really hope when I bought it he wasn't angry, but I really had to tell him that he changed me. The truth of the matter is, without you, Marshall Mathers, I would have committed suicide before I was a rapper. You showed me that I could do it. I didn't need to be black, or I know it's stupid, but I just had to do my best to say thank you.
That's a pause. See, you love it or what? You love it, don't you?
Just want to say Tom is a boss.
Absolutely.
Very intelligent. That's a wise move, blood. Like that's a
boss.
That's what you call a friggin'. That's not chess move. That's a power play, Dan. That's a move, Dan. I don't want to get into too deep, but that's a move. Trust me. Like psychologically, he moved it there. But a lot of respect. He just got some more respect from me there for that scene there. He just let M know what time it is, blood. I'd love to see if M had a response to this, even if it's just an interview. You don't even have to be a tune.
Like I said,
I'd love to see what he thinks of it, blood. That'd just be crazy, blood. But wow. That was a little moving too, yeah, differently. You get me then? Would have committed suicide. Yeah, man, come on, man.
about it, he wasn't angry. But I really had to tell him that he changed me. The truth of the matter is, without you, Marshall Mathers, I would've committed suicide before I was a rapper. He showed me that I could do it. I didn't need to be blacker. I know it's stupid, but I just had to do my best to say thank you. Marshall, remember back when you became Eminem. You changed the world with a pen. Well, now I'm just like you. I don't give a what, saying what I want with my fingers up. Everybody triggered and they think I suck. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. Marshall, remember back when you became Eminem. You changed the world with a pen. Well, now I'm just like you. I don't give a what, saying what I want with my fingers up. Everybody triggered and they think I suck.
I like it.
I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah.
What do you think?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, this is awesome.
sorry, man. You
Yeah,
had to laugh this for, man. Shout out Nova, blood.
Always.
Yeah, she going out
Always.
there. She going out there. They have my boy underwater, the car. This.
Speaking of Nova, I just came across like a few weeks ago too some of her Def Jam stuff from when she was like, I don't know, she was like 16 up in Canada. Pff, awesome stuff even back then.
Read the whole atmosphere, actually. She created a nice scene on that there, blood. She was heavy. I like how he put his thing out to M and all of that, but the idea of him being a stan was fire, and it wasn't an angry stan, which was also fire. There were pockets of things where he showed, I don't want to chop it up too much, there were pockets where he showed disappointment. Yeah. And I liked how he put it across without being aggressive, if that makes sense what I'm saying. That's fine. I don't be wrong with him too much, because you know why the cans are down, blood. You can choose this one, you can choose those, but you
choose them all, check them out. He's always a must reactor anytime, especially when something new drops. But his insight, I'm going to put him up there with Flawzilla. Those two can really, really break shit down when it comes to composition and music and poetry and writing. But awesome. All right, you made it here, so you got to subscribe and do the mash bell thing. I don't even like that. We all know how that works and sort of supporting everything and everybody here in the community and Hog Nation. But again, if you made it here, you owe the subscribe, but most importantly, a comment. Give me a review of do you ever watch Bar? Is he one of your regulars? Do you subscribe to him? Because if you don't, you should. Definitely well worth it. Again, Brad and Lex, sorry for the big fuck up last night, but it was good to get some things off my chest that even though we couldn't hear you, the things that I kind of shared with a lot of you folks, I got some interesting and some uplifting feedback because there's, as Tom points out, there's so many people. Sometimes when you're going through some of the things folks like Tom and us have gone through, you really do. You feel like you're such a small minority, and am I crazy? Or maybe Tom and us, maybe we are the same people. Who knows? Because I guess it would be majority rules. So again, peace and love you guys so much. Again, your reactors to this stupid idea of reacting to reactors. And the comments are like, this is crazy. It is by a crazy person. So God bless y'all. Hey, this is the first of tonight. I'm going to try to do 5 more. Like I said, I've already got like 20 to go that you guys have suggested. Half of them I've never even watched before. Add to the list. Just put them in the comment section. Peace out. Hopefully this one recorded correctly.